Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on your last day of May. It is May 31st here on the SAM channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Weather stick is blue, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get rain. Like yesterday, there were a couple of spots, very few spots, that picked up on some shower activity during the afternoon hours. That's a possibility again today as we get just enough daytime heating and just enough moisture to lift those parcels of air. And then you get the big towering cumulonimbus clouds, and you know it's going to rain somewhere. It's going to pop up and then rain out and then move on. And then after dark, they just kind of fade away. That's pretty much the pattern that we're going to see, not just today, but again tomorrow, as we get just a very stagnant air pattern that's settled over us, but it's getting progressively warmer and more humid. You can tell that if you're outdoors for any length of time. And I saw a lot of people mowing lawns and watering lawns and just working out in the yard yesterday. Yeah, it's gonna get you if you're out there too long. I mean, we're not in the 90s yet, but we're close. Yesterday's high 84 and 83 is the average. So we were just 1 degree above average. But in the next few days, we're going to be more into the upper 80s, close to 90, and then maybe for the first time this year, 90 or above in the coming days. Satellite radar view showing just scattered clouds around the area this morning. No rain yet, but in the afternoon, there will be that chance that somebody's going to pick up a shower or thunderstorm when we get some of that lift going on in the atmosphere. There's no major cold fronts or anything coming in. It's all just a pretty quiet summer-like pattern that is setting up for us. Here's a look at the 10-day blender. And as you can see, we're going to go mid-80s today, mid to upper 80s tomorrow for the first day of June. And then we go 90s for the weekend each and every day. And, the 400-mile yard sale is this weekend, starting tomorrow and through Sunday. And you're going to get your typical yard sale weather. It is going to be warm. It is going to be humid. And there's going to be somewhere in our region a chance of a late day shower or thunderstorm. And on some of these days, maybe not even that. So get ready. Summer is about to launch unofficially, but it's certainly going to feel like that. And then afterwards, look at that. We're talking about mid to upper 80s, even into next week, the first full week of June. It's going to be warm. It's going to be muggy. It is going to be hot and humid. And it looks like it's going to stay that way for a while. Here's a look at mesonet temperatures this morning from the Kentucky Mesonet Network at WKU. Everybody's starting mostly in the 60s this morning, 50s out in the eastern part of the state, a little bit cooler there, but everybody around here, low to even mid 60s. I don't 60s yet, but it won't take long. Dew points are running in the 60s as well, so we already have the muggy air. All we need is something to trigger that available moisture into a shower or a thunderstorm. And the trigger that's going to be with us today is the sun itself heating up the surface of the earth. You get that lift, and bada bing, bada boom, you get these thunderstorms that just kind of pop up wherever they want to. Usually it's from previous day boundaries that are out there that we don't even see on a map. There's, just enough of an instability boundary to help spark those thunderstorms. So we'll just have to watch those and see, what pops up a little bit later this afternoon. But just factor that into anything you've got going on outside today, whether it's mowing the lawn or construction work or yard work or field work. Pop-up showers are certainly a possibility today and tomorrow and Friday, as you'll see here on the model map. Pretty quiet start. It's always a quiet start to the morning when you get these kind of patterns. There's still this, this pesky low that's sitting out here off of the Carolinas, still throwing some moisture back into the shoreline, but a lot of that is just confined to the Outer Banks, Virginia, North Carolina. So it's not really a factor right now for us. What's a factor is we just have moisture that's just kind of pooling up right in here. And so, really, anytime during the heat of the afternoon is when we'll start to see, sometime after lunch, you get these building clouds, and there we go. Now, placement of these storms is not going to be exactly what you see on this map. The map is just a generalization of placement and where these things will pop up. They're just the computer puts all the information in there, the model computer, and it says, yeah, this is the most likely place, maybe approximately where these things are going to pop up. But you get the idea. Popcorn, like thunder showers, thunderstorms, and then once the sun goes down, these things fade away. And then here we go into Thursday. There's still going to be these popcorn thunderstorms around, and there's going to be more of them along the Mississippi River, the Ohio River, little instability pockets that show up here and there with these little showers and thunderstorms. Here's the thing, even though we say the chance of rain or coverage of rain is 20, 30, 40%, that doesn't tell you how hard it's going to rain if you get one of those storms. So that's usually the misconception is, well, they're only saying 20%, so it's not going to rain that much. That's that's a misconception. You can have a 20% chance or coverage of showers, and you get underneath one of those thunderstorms, it's 100% for you because the rain's going to come down really hard and really brief, lightning, maybe even gusty wind, but it's not going to last long. And then after dark, they fade away. So don't get caught up in the numbers necessarily. I mean, the coverage today is at 40%. That means 40% of you in Southern Kentucky, here's 100%. Southern Kentucky, here's about 40%, almost half. So about half of you today are likely to get a shower, thunderstorm later this afternoon. The rest of you won't get anything. But also keep in mind, if you're that 40% that does get something, it could rain really hard and thunder and lightning in a short amount of time. And you start to get worried like, oh, what's going to happen next? Don't worry about that. It's not going to be anything like that. It's just going to be pop up showers and thunderstorms with the heat of the afternoon. And then by dark, they're all gone. And it's rinse and repeat tomorrow. And here we go with the model. I mean, the surface map now. High pressure really is the dominant feature here on the East Coast. Though there's that old low sitting there, high pressure stronger. And so the flow comes in offshore and comes in and around high pressure. So we get a little taste of Atlantic moisture and a little taste of Gulf moisture. Excuse me, throat got dry. And that's because we're, due north of the Gulf of Mexico, a source of water and warm water this time of the year. So we get those pop up showers and thunderstorms with the heat of the afternoon. You see those painted in here. By this afternoon, this evening, they start to fade away. Then we start again, same thing, different day tomorrow. And then heat of the day, here we go. Once again, there's high pressure. There's the old low. Here's the flow. Bada bing, bada boom. You get the afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Those fade away and we go into Friday. Same thing, different day. The really rainy stuff and the more organized moisture is out in the plains. As you can see, lots of rain and thunderstorms there. We will have a kind of a weak cold front that will dip down on Saturday. It's not really going to change much of anything. In fact, it dissipates. We get one of those straws, one of those little disturbances, which could spark an isolated shower or two. Here we go, Sunday into Monday, pretty dry. Another cold front comes in, pretty weak. I mean, this pattern doesn't look to change anything all that much. It's going to be your standard summer like warmth and humidity with the chance of a late day shower popping up any place, anytime. It's nothing else changes. The temperatures are not going to go down. If anything, they're going to go up into the 90s for the first time this year in the next couple of days. Okay, headed to the radio station, Sam 100.7 this morning to start the morning show at 6 a.m. I hope you can join me for that. I'll give away some more Beach Bend tickets and Hot Rods tickets and who knows what else. So listen for your chance to win this morning on my radio show. In the meantime, thank you for watching. God bless you. And I'll see you on the radio.